Now I present additional components of the 5G core. These components are fundamental for creating a complete infrastructure of network functions for providing new business opportunities. I will show 6 additional components that are network slice selection function, network data analytics function, policy control function, network exposure function, application function, and the last Node 3GPP InterWorking function. In the 5G context, network slice can be used to allocate a set of the resource, virtual or not, to meet the requirements of applications. Network slice selection function provides support for a wide range of services, such with specific performance demand. A slice can include radio access network and core resource, considering transport and the end-to-end network service. The 5G core architecture defines the NSSF component as being responsible to managing the available network slice instance. Moreover, NSS can be seen as one orchestrator, for example, defining how network traffic is routed. This component produces 2 services: a selection service that provides information about the select network slicing, and availability service that generates information concerning the available resource slice. The network exposure function is responsible for exposing some internal events related to user equipment and server-based architecture. The exhibition of these events provides data for application and virtual network functions of other components. A NEF access interface opens new business opportunities for service providers, allow more information service to be offered by third parties. For example, one application can use B functions exposed by the NEF to know if the user equipment is accessible or not, and what is the location of this device. Network data analytics function is one optional component in the core architecture and is responsible for collecting several types of information from the networks and users. The data collected is made through the service layer, can connect the core component using the right service. This service can be activated in the internal event triggered by each component. Moreover, NWDAF collects information about the operation of the system and the data has information in the Unified Data Management component. The analysis made the NWDAF on the data collected over time can be used as the historical and statistical research for predict future values. The description of this component has written in release 15, but more details is expected in release 16. Application function is a generic component that represents a possible application, intern or extern, that operates on networks. This component interacts with the several base architecture. For example, one IF can interact with the policy control function through the service exposed by the NEF components, providing quality of service aspects. Policy control function has the same function as PCRF of the EPC core in the 4G system. PCF is responsible for controlling the behavior of the networks, applying security and control rules related to associated management of the user mobility. This component interacts directly with IMF components, providing one access and mobility. Moreover, PCF can include the management associated with radio frequency selection priority. In section management context, PCF can interact with the application function and CMF component, provide metrics associated with quality of service and information regarding the data flow. The last component, Node3GPP InterWorking functions, is used to interact the Node3GPP access with the 5G core. The conventional 3GPP access uses a base station, for example, NWDAF in 4G and GNWDAF in 5G. However, the Node3GPP access starts on the different device, for example, Wi-Fi access point. This device uses the N3IWF to access the 3GPP networks in other 5G core components. It's important to highlight that all traffic from the N3IWF is sent through secure channels, and it's isolated from the all 3GPP traffic and the core. I will show more details about the Node3GPP access network in the one specific section. Now, we will start the second demonstration section.